This video is on ratio and rates. A ratio is a comparison of two numbers by division. Let's look at a fraction. We have the fraction, we're going to use 1/2. So let's use the fraction 1/2. And if we want equivalent fractions, let's multiply this by 5. What you do at the top, you do at the bottom. 1 times 5 is 5. 2 times 5 is 10. That is 5/10 is equivalent fraction of 1/2. So if we was to multiply that by 5 again, we would get 5 times 5 is 25 and 10 times 5 is 50. So 5/10 and 25 over 50 are equivalent fractions to 1/2. Let's imagine that we have a student that's a really good reader who can read one book in 2 days. So she can read, let me bring this up some. She can read one book in 2 days. So over here, I've told y'all in previous videos how to set these up where you would do books over days. Twins is what I use, is the word that I like to use, just because they have to be set up the same. So we have one book in 2 days. And we want to know how long it takes her to do or read 5 books. So if we have 5 books, we want to match it up here on this top line because that's where the books are, and put 5. And then down here we put X. And this is just a proportion. So if we circle these diagonally that I showed y'all how I'd like for you to do them, we have 1x equals 10. We want to isolate the x, so we divide by 1. X is equal to 10 days. So she can read 5 books in 10 days. So a proportion is a pair of equivalent ratios, okay? And in some cases, we use a proportion to find an unknown, like we just did. If we wanted to know how long it took Andrea to read 23 books, we can set it up by what we know and what we don't know. So if we come down here and set it up, we've got books over days. And we know that she can read one book in 2 days. And I'm going to put this here, so we'll use that twin thing that I like. Wonder why. All right. And we want to know how long it takes Andrea to read 23 books. So books is key here, that you're going to put 23 on top. And what we don't know, we use the variable X or any variable, any letter. All right, if we circle these two, we get 1x equals 46. Isolate the x by dividing by what's with it, which is 1. And x equals 46 days. So it's pretty simple. If you can get it set up, it's pretty simple for y'all. Now let's look at another example. On a map, the scale is 5 centimeters equals 9 miles. So we've got, let's go ahead and do this. Centimeters over miles. And then we line equals line centimeters over miles. In Hawaii, Maolo to Hilo is 27 centimeters. How far is that in miles? Well, what we do know is that 5 centimeters equals 9 miles. And then Maolo to Hilo, I know I'm butchering those words, on a map is 20 centimeters. So centimeters tells you that it goes right here. And then you've got X, because we don't know how many miles that is. That's what it's asking us. So if we multiply, or let's circle these like I want y'all to do, then we have 5 times x is 5x, and 9 times 20 is 180. We want to isolate this x here, so we're going to divide by 5. These cancel out. X is equal to 5 will go into 18 3 times. with 3 left over, and 5 will go into 36 times. So in miles, it's 36 miles from Maio Lao to Hilo. All right, any questions, just ask.